Welcome back to OpenTTD, where we are playing a very cool game that we're interconnecting things here with a lot of things, and I've been thinking a bit about what I want to do next. We've been so far optimizing things a little bit, in some areas better than in others. This looks, for example, really cool actually. I like Ollerskirchen quite a bit. In some areas we still have a lot of room to optimize things. As we can see, still Mittermarkt is completely overcrowded, and there are some places that like Champirou, which is still not quite growing in the direction that we actually wanted to grow, which is over here. I'm not actually sure how to get it to grow over here. Maybe it will never happen. I think there's the option to found a new town. Maybe it's the time for us to do that at some point. Or is that... maybe that's a need to hack version, like that is like a debug version. Not sure. We'll figure these things out. But what I want to do, what's my overall kind of idea or ambition for this series, is to interconnect maybe not almost every or every city on the map with each other, so that we can actually go from any city to any other city. That would be cool. And as you can see, we're already in a pretty good way to that, I think. Yeah, there's definitely a lot left, don't get me wrong, but I think we're not so far off from that goal. I think the place where we're the furthest off is this area here of the world, where a lot of cool cities are located. And I just kind of feel like we should get started on that. So, oh, there's Eisenach. I was in Eisenach somewhat recently. It was a really cool city actually. Eastern Germany. They have the Wartburg, very cool castle, and the Museum of Eisenach, where they produce cars. And maybe, just maybe, that could be a car factory here, right? That could be a car factory. Is there also a castle somewhere nearby? Nope. I guess not. But let's say this is a car factory. Yeah. Cool. So what are we gonna do? So the end of the line is going to be Stockersee, probably, unless we make a small line to Frital. But for now, let's assume Stockersee here is going to be the end of the line kind of station. So we will start exactly here, end of the line. Now, don't ask me which of those we usually use. I do not know. Maybe the rural stations, they look really nice, but they don't show passengers. I like it if they show passengers. I think those concrete ones and the wooden ones, I think they show passengers. Maybe. So we're gonna have only 2 here at the end of the line. I think that's reasonable. And this location could also be reasonable. Yeah. So Stockersee station is done. Of course it will have to go across the river. I should have maybe thought about that, like the location of the crossing. Probably north of that city. Maybe like that. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think that should be okay to somewhat. Yeah, make it a little bit. Of course, it could be single tracked. Of course. We're just being ambitious here that it will be double tracked. Yeah, the local authority is already a bit skeptical about this after they saw what we're doing here. But that's gonna be it. Yeah. And then this one will be like here, and we'll build also a station here. Could build it directly down here. It's a bit tight, but the alternative is up here. I think I like that a little bit better. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to redo that path. That's fine though. We have the cross over here, and then like that, and this town already is pissed off as well. That's fine. Next town will be Eisenach. So connecting up Eisenach to 5. It's a very difficult terrain here. Can almost not really make out anything where I actually can place something. It's really almost impossible. Maybe that station will have to be a little bit out of the way down here, and then we'll build a connection there, and then we'll route the track along the river. Yeah, I think so. It will be like that. Good. Before Eisenach gets extremely pissed off though, I want to make sure that we can place bus stations, because we're gonna need it. And probably we want to take the opportunity to also connect that up in a circle, and now they're a little bit pissed off. That's okay. That's okay. Good. So then let's worry about connecting them up quickly, like so, and then this is in the way a little bit. I suppose we could run it like here. That's pretty reasonable. Yeah. Here we could build a vanity bridge. Yeah, just to have one. And then here, maybe it will be a bit of terraforming here to make this a little bit easier to work with. So this one already is elevated, and we'll run it something like that. And this one could be like that to look a little bit nicer. And this one like this. Yeah. Here we'll have a crossing. That should be good as well. Yeah, very much so. So a few path signals will make this perfect. Very tight spaced. It's okay. We expect this to be a high traffic line, of course. And I think we will Spital an der Geil. That's gonna be a pretty good place to intersect. I guess we will run it down here. Maybe build it on this plateau. I think there's the best space for it. Of course, it would be then nice to build buses as well here for the future. But for now, the beginning, we're fine with just doing it in a more simple way, let's say. Something like that. Okay. Just a bit of terraforming as well here. And we are running this on a little elevated plateau, which is kind of cool. And then we'll try to get it down on this level, on the same level here. Then going along the coast. Yeah, working more or less with the terrain that we got. And here, this is a little bit of a nightmare. But actually, surprisingly, this works out reasonable. I guess that's fine. We'll just run this track here. That's one way to go. Something like that. And then here, the other one. We'll try to run it more or less parallel, but I think we run it not 100% parallel. Something like here. Then there we will go a little bit out as is needed. Yeah, something like that. That should be more or less in line. And then just the last few pieces we are joined up. So that's gonna be the first part of this line. We have the connection up to Spital, and that's then put in required signals like that. That should give us the signals up to Eisenach. Perfect. So then let's then put a few trains on that route. We will build some repair huts on this track here. So we'll upgrade some jobs for this town. And then we're gonna run our first train, which will be again one of our spinner trains. It will be a passenger train, of course, with a passenger cargo. So we will go from Stockersee to Jandelbrunn. I'll just add them twice for the way back. And then we will go to Eisenach. And of course, lastly, to Spital am Gail. We will run already 2 of those. We'll space them out just in case. And they're running. Right? Yes. Going across the river here. Very beautiful. That will not yet generate a lot of passengers, but that's fine. This is more test run. Let's see if there's passengers for the second train. Not yet. The people here are like a little bit upset about us doing that nonetheless. But it's, hey, it's 1908. They're probably happy to have some modern transportation here. So the glass city here, we could deliver sand and chemicals here. That would also be interesting for the future. And here we could deliver fish too. This currently only accepts fish even, there's not even... Yeah, this town will not accept a bus station, right? Yeah, of course not. Well then, let's do the next one. So here we have 3 communities, St. Georgen, Velbert Grail and Kellinghusen. So the question is, which of those will actually be the point where we build the station? Because I'm not going to build 3 stations for sure. It doesn't really make sense. I guess technically Kellinghusen here probably has the best location somewhere along here, because we want to connect over to Mitterhofen. Yeah, Mitterhofen, then Marktseil, and then probably actually cross over here on this side to Ollerskirchen. That's probably the plan, that we connect up here somewhere, or go from here to there. I think that might be even better. So we're gonna roll that from the back and build the connection there first. Build a pair of nice viaducts and then a cross connection there to Ollerskirchen. So that will not allow us to connect up to St. Oswald from that area, but that's for now at least fine. We could still build some bridges here if we want to have that connection, and I might just do that, because having the optionality is nice. Question is how we join them. How do we join them? I feel like I want to get that lowered. It's gonna be a lot of terraforming, but if we're gonna build a more efficient junction because of that, then I think it's needed here. That's roughly good. So the next up connection is very far away. It's Marktsaal am Greil, and until then, yeah, we have to carefully engineer ourselves here along that steep cliff here, and that's gonna be a fun project here for somebody, but not for me, who's gonna draw the lines here. But it does look kind of cool. I like it, that it's kind of running along the edge of this little river. It has a certain charm to it. It's like similar to like going along the Rhine, where there's railway lines on both sides of it, and they are some of the, well, probably the most scenic route in Germany. Okay, here we actually need to cross over somewhere. So, or do we? Maybe that's gonna not be, maybe we'll bypass this town and we'll just cross over here somewhere. Interesting idea. Like, that's a really ugly bridge though. That's pretentiously ugly. No, for sure, like, we will cross over here somewhere. Yes. Or do we? Maybe we'll cross over here, where the river is a bit flatter. Crossing all the way here could be. That could be the move. Ooh. There's not much space for navigation here, to be honest, and maybe this is tunnel territory. if I did that, the tunnels would not be very long. Yeah, now that would work. Yeah, that's working. That's working. I like that. That I like. And then we're still going not through those fields, but along the coast a bit more. At least somewhat. And yeah, here's unavoidable that we'll have to do a little bit more terraforming. Something like that. And we're going all the way to the edge, building a dam here. That's fine. Same as that. And then we'll try to work our way back here. Here's another spot where it's unavoidable to do a little bit of terraforming, even though I'll try to avoid it. And then this line snakes its way here through the river valley. Until where we started it off, which was only half the way to where it needs to go. And even here it's still not completed. So, but here the terrain is significantly more easy to work with, at least. So we'll go up to that. Then down here it's fine. What's that? This field. Definitely we'll need to cross that stream here. Just a question of where. Probably here. It's a bit tight. I don't like that. So let's think about the bridges first. I guess they will be like that. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. So that's gonna be the move, and here we'll have to go through the fields, and of course also we'll have to build more bridges to cross that stream, or similar stream again here. That looks kind of cool. I like that. I like that. And then here we'll try to avoid the fields, going along the edge at least somewhat. Yes, and here no cities that complain about us knocking down some trees. Oh, nice. So then let's already think about signaling. It's never too early to think about signaling. Signaling is key. Wow, so many signals, and that's why we have, if we enable paying for maintenance, that we have a cost of 1 million or so for signals. But that's needed. That is needed in this game. You do need signals if you want to run so many trains. We're running an unrealistic amount of trains basically in this game, so signals are needed, and also this is needed. And Witterhofen train station. Yeah, the Witterhofen station will also be a little bit out of town. Probably, I would guess we'll have to remove that road, at least temporarily. And then we'll throw down the station right about there. Is possible. And then we can run this somewhat like that. Okay. Need to upgrade the road type a little bit. to something that allows level crossings, which would be at least a dirt road, not like a path or whatever that was. Oh, I think that's not gonna be enough, because this is not possible. You can do a 90-degree turn here. Okay, so this needs to be one further. That's fine. We'll just add to the end here and remove from the front here, and then just run that fairly straight as much as possible. Ooh, weird bridge. Even weirder bridge. Suspension bridge is terrible. This one is the most acceptable modern one. We're already in the 1908, so don't need to build only stone bridges, but they do look the nicest, I think. Oh, here diagonal. That hurts a bit. Now let's take it one bit at a time. Something like that. Then here, this one. And then here we can build bridges, which it's okay. Let's imagine there's a little stream down below, something like that. If the geography allows us to go straight here, then who am I to argue? That sounds great. But we do need to connect somewhere here. So for now, here we can definitely also go straight with a small area here where it's not possible, where we'll just throw in another bridge. Then here we could build a tunnel project. It's a pretty crazy one though. Does that make sense to bypass all of these towns down there just for a tunnel? Ooh, what's the tunnel project costing? Tunnel is too long. Yeah. Yeah, I would say so as well. I didn't want to build it anyway. I didn't want it anyway. Yeah, so instead we'll invest the money into diggers that will dig out a area here that we can run along. It's gonna be a nice high-speed one. Yeah, we even dig out this. This will be super high speed. It's a bit more terraforming than I usually do, but this is a special project. And we'll probably build this train station up here as well. I would guess so, yeah, because that's a pretty good space for it. Okay, how do we get up there? Something like that. I think so. It's hard to see. I think for you, maybe in YouTube, it's even worse to see that, but for me, it's also already hard to see here. Here we're gonna bridge that with terraforming, and then here. Ooh. Okay, getting across that big hill. I think it's fine. You can climb over it. And here like that, and like that, and like this. Okay. Then let's rush to complete this. All right. Then train station. Pooh, this is a lowered area, I guess. It's interesting. I mean, sometimes that happens, that you put like a train station on this kind of high-speed railway line. This will not be something that we actually have right now connected much, but I think this will be these towns' ticket to the outside world nonetheless. So, makes sense. Yeah, okay, here we're missing tiny pieces of connection here. And then, like that. Sorry, that's not quite correct. This way is correct. Okay, then here and there. Okay, that did connect everything. Okay, so let's take a peek at those trains here, and then after Spital you go again to there, then to there, then to here, and then from Mitterhofen you will go to Ollerskirchen, right? Yes. That's a interesting, cool, long journey. There's maybe on the way there, between these two towns here, there's maybe these two that we might want to connect as well. But for now, this is fine. I do want to upgrade that line to a few more trains though, because I already foresee that this will be somewhat possible. So 2 more trains. And we're just gonna quickly join this train here as it makes the way here to Spital, which used to be the end station of this line. And it's going back because it's on the way back. Alright, then let's join this train as it makes its way to Spital, which used to be the end station of the line, but then continues onward from there. Oh, I see, actually we're missing a small detail here, which is the little X, so that they can cross connect. That's why we always double check our lines, of course. You're going to Stockersee. Okay, you want to turn around actually. Stockersee. Okay, this one also wants to turn around. Kellinghausen. Let's say you're on that track and you want to stop there. Because I want to activate these stations basically, because otherwise, if they're not stopping there, I think they will not generate passengers because they never had anybody stay there. Okay, you can also go to Mitterhofen, so both of you can stay there for a second. And now we're going the long way with the tunnels here. Very nice. Along the River Kyle on the other side, the left-hand side, bypassing this little town, making our way to Ollerskirchen at high speed. Do we have any passengers anywhere loaded? I think not. We're just doing a test run after all. But on the way back it should generate some passengers, I would hope. Let's see. There could be, in a second, there could be a few more signals here. Oh, there's some signals here, I didn't see them. Well, still, there could be more signals for sure. And then we're going in here to Ollerskirchen am Leiter. And potentially we're picking up a few passengers. I think I saw, yeah, there's 4 passengers that are coming with us. Wasn't that 4 passengers? Yeah, we're just stuck for a little bit. And there's nobody here in Mitterhofen yet. That is disappointing. I was thinking they would get some passengers. Here there cannot be passengers. Here 3 passengers. Eisenach is too far away. There's no passengers here. Here's no passengers yet. And here's 32 passengers. So we have a little bit of things left to do. But this was a successful start in our new railway line. And we'll continue from here next time. See you then. Take care.